y'all, what's up? You are tuned in to another episode of Rumorville TV. Get on in here and sit down. Act like you got a little sense. Okay, first things first. Let's get into some mess. We're talking about Nicholas, more fertile than all outdoors Cannon. So he did an episode of Lip Service, which is Angela Yee's podcast. It's Angela Yee, Gigi McGuire, Stephanie Santiago, and it's a new girl named Laura. She wasn't there for this episode. Or maybe she's just a guest. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But let's get into the shit. So, first things first. Nick Cannon and this Raw and B album. You know, he said he made the album because there's not a lot of representation for black men in R&B. And he's right. There is not. There's just Chris Brown, Trey Songz, and like a sprinkle of others. Mostly the new kids want to rap. They don't want to sing to the bitches. They don't want to sing your panties off no more. So yeah. So he said he was going to fill the gap. Now, I'm all for filling the gap, but baby, this album ain't it. I'm just telling you, it's not it. You know, Nick ain't, the music is not, it's not for him. Rapping or singing. We know that. Moving on. Let's get into it. He doesn't use condoms. Clearly, that's evident. But he said the reason why he doesn't use condoms is because he doesn't have pointless sex with random people. So he said that he has sex with women that he's building with, that he sees a future with. So it's about 10, 11 of y'all hoes building. Y'all crazy. He admitted to having sex with more than one woman in a day. I said y'all nasty. But what's funny is I said y'all nasty, but y'all thought I was about to say, I did it. No, that shit is gross. But it's a lot of niggas out here that don't make Nick kind of money that's fucking a bunch of hoes in the same day. Every couple hours. They don't need shower in between. Just wash the dick off in the sink and keep it moving. But y'all don't want to talk about that, so moving on. He does have clean sex at least. He want to shower with you and take your clothes off and do all kind of foreplay and nasty shit. I said, okay, Nick, I'm all for the freaky fuck boy. I'm with it. All right. And then, of course, if you watch the show, you know how Stephanie Santiago get down. So Stephanie says that she can take 2 fingers and dig around in that twat and smell it, taste it, put it on her face and everything, and it won't be no smell. Any time of the day. That's what she said. I ain't say that. She said that. She said, as long as she ain't bleeding, any time of the day, she good. And Nick was like, really? Because I say, I've done a survey. He done became a gynecologist, child. He said he done a survey, and about 80% of women could use a little help in the hygiene area. Vaginal hygiene area. I fell out. I said, not you hoes is gross. Not you hoes smelling like sewer. That's what he said. I didn't say that. Nick Cannon said that shit. Okay. Angela said, it just seemed like you out here spreading BV. I was crying because it's giving BV for sure. He said no because he gets blood work every other week for his lupus, and he makes sure that his doctor checks for BV and all other STIs. What else? But he also said, oh yeah, I got my book because I had to take notes, baby, because this shit is crazy. He said he never had a UTI or a bladder infection. And then Angela Yee very accurately and educationally said, ladies, if you're having sex with Nick Cannon or any other big dick nigga out here, or little dick for that matter, pee after you have sex. That's just a word to the wise. Use the bathroom. You have to you have to clear your urethra of bacteria, and you do that by peeing. And drinking water and minding your business. That's how your edges grow. Don't say I never told you nothing now. I be telling y'all the truth. Because I be minding my business. For sure. Minding my fucking business. Question. Drop down in the comments, y'all. So, Nick says on the first time he's with a girl, like having sex with a girl, he said he goes all out because he want to blow your mind. He wants you to know, like, this dick, you ain't never had nothing like this before. That's basically what he said, loosely. I want to know, do y'all go all out the first time? Or do you like kind of hold back because you're like, I'm shy? What y'all be doing? I haven't been single in 20 years almost, so don't ask me. Nick says, this is what listen. Nick says he knows it takes women some time to get aroused. So he knows if you're not wet, that you're not ready. I said, Nick, you need to use your powers for good. Teach a fucking class to these niggas. Because these niggas, from what I hear, because I ain't been single in 20 years. But from what I hear, are on the streets. When I be minding my business, these niggas ain't doing it right. That's what I heard. I don't know. But he says he eats pineapples and mangoes and peaches so that his sperm tastes delicious. Okay, Nick. He says he also takes oregano oil because it's nature's antibiotic. I heard about oregano oil when when the vid came out. And one of my sisters actually takes it pretty frequently. So if y'all are on oregano oil, let me know what kind of benefits it gives you. He does say he goes to the doctor with his hoes. I mean, women. Ooh, sorry. And he says that diet plays a part in what you taste like when you cook. What? Oh, y'all ain't know that. Bing bong. Then Angela Yee got to the pressing matter at hand. She said, Nick, I heard you got 3 babies on the way. What's up? And he was like, well, I mean, maybe, maybe. So basically, he explained that shortly before his son tragically passed, he had been celibate. And then when his son passed, it was, like a depressing time for him. And so he just started fucking these hoes like crazy. So about October, it should probably be 3 or 4 new Cannon babies. Yeah, that's what he said. He also says that Nick Cannon been fertile since fertile been fertile. He said his first love in high school, his high school first love, got pregnant with twins. Ain't no way, baby. For a Range Rover? Well, maybe. I don't know. So child, Nick Cannon said his love languages are, which I think they are. See, I thought it was gonna be physical touch too, but it ain't. He said words of affirmation and acts of service because he needs to feel secure. Like you just love him and you into him. I said, nigga, you needy. You got a slew of bitches that I gotta put up with, knowing you fucking these hoes, watching you gift them shit all over social media, knowing that we sharing you, and you still want me to talk you to death? Child, y'all is wild. Y'all is wild. Y'all some wild girls. Cause us 80s, 90s babies, child, big dick and all, we would have been gone. Anyway, he said he doesn't like toys in bed because he feels like toys are substitutes for the real thing. So basically what Nick Cannon was saying was, with a toy, you're always going to come. Whether you're squirt or not, you're going to come. But with a man, 75% of women do not have an orgasm when they have sex with a man. And that's true. I said, who the hell been whispering to this nigga? This nigga eats so much pussy, the pussy whispering to him. This nigga's the pussy whisperer, y'all. He know all the facts. All the cat facts. He got them all. Anyway, he did say physical touch comes in a close third. Talking about his therapist told him he wasn't a sex addict, he was a love addict. I'm sick of Nick Cannon. I'm sick of him. Anyway, he know all about the G-spot, baby. When he used my fingers, I said, this man is the cat whisperer, okay? Like, baby, I'm scared of Nick. I am scared. You can't go around Nick. You can't have a one-night stand with Nick because, baby, you're going to be strung out like a dick did, okay? Anyway, he said he didn't intentionally show his print on TV. You can believe that if you want to. I like Nick Cannon. I do. I think his situation is interesting. So this is what I'm gonna say. With a lot of topics, y'all are gonna see, I tend to understand both sides of things. I'm an Aquarius. That's our thing. We can understand both sides of situations a lot of times. And then sometimes we just feel very strongly and we just are, I said what I said. So this is what I'm gonna say. I like Nick Cannon. I think he does great business. He's a great businessman. I think he's brilliant. He's funny as hell. And he's a nigga with a big dick that knows how to talk to the cat. I ain't mad. I am not mad. I couldn't be one of his, about to call them women hoes. I can't be one of his women because I don't share. I don't play well with others and I don't share. So no, it's a no for me. But for the woman who just wants the man, like, you, honestly, I'm gonna be real. Let me stop playing. I could understand being in that type of situationship with Nick Cannon. I could see that because it's like he's here. He might spend a week with you or 5 days with you, and then you don't see that nigga for 3 weeks, and y'all just FaceTime and talk on the phone. That means your house stay clean. He ain't bringing his nasty boots in or leaving a string of clothes as he walked from the door to the room or none of that. You ain't got to worry about none of that stuff being missing and out of place. He ain't gonna get on your fucking nerves because you barely gonna see him. You gonna miss him all the time. You gonna want him to be there because he's gonna be always gone. Because he got a bunch of damn kids and a bunch of damn women and a bunch of damn jobs. And he's taking care of you financially. He's taking care of the kids financially. The only thing I wouldn't like is having to keep your damn kids, all the damn time. But you could afford daycare and shit. Like good daycare, like a nanny. I ain't gonna front. If I could share, I could see it. Moving on. Well, tell me what y'all think in the comments. But let's move on. So let's talk unpopular opinions about Amanda Seales. I personally love Amanda Seales. I think she is great for the culture. She is great. I fucking love her. She's funny. She's smart. She's pro-black all the time. Never code switches. I fucking love her. Okay? Love her. But I think what the problem that a lot of us have with Amanda Seales is she's not one of them people you could be like, shh, master coming. Like, shh, here come the boss. She's going to be loud, black, and proud everywhere she goes. The issue that she had with The Real, I thought she was funny because I'm like, come on, Amanda. Come on, Amanda. Like, come on. You had a whole lot to say and you was talking cash shit about The Real. The co-host, the backstage people, you talk cash shit. And now you're upset that they didn't include you? Would you have went if they included you? Had they extended an invitation like, Amanda, we're doing the final episode. We want you to come back. No, you wouldn't have. Stop fucking playing, girl. Get the fuck. You wouldn't have went. And yeah, it's sad that they couldn't be that whoever put that show together, executive producer or whoever did the show, put it together, that final episode. It is unfortunate that they were petty enough to leave her out. That was fucked up. Y'all paid that girl money. Why wouldn't you include her? That's fucked up. But it does show that there's a serious breakdown. Now, what Amanda Seales is saying with The Real is before she left or didn't renew her contract, whatever, before she left, there was not a lot of black representation on the show behind the scenes. So what she's saying is they was acting like they gave a fuck about black people and black politics and black topics. But in reality, behind the scenes, it just looked like a diverse show because behind the scenes, they were all whiteness. All the producers, all the executives, they were white. And they didn't understand what was going on with black people and why she felt the way she felt or wanted to talk about the things she wanted to talk about. Now, what I'm going to say about that is I see both sides. Yes, they could have used more color, which is probably why they sprinkled the black executive producer who was on the last episode. Probably why they sprinkled her up there after Amanda Seales left. But before that point, they didn't have to because nobody was pushing the issue. Not to say that those women, were pushovers or were trash, but those issues didn't matter to them. They were okay with the way the show was going. They didn't have a reason to say, that's too far. What I'll say is I feel like Amanda Seales does this a lot. I love her, but she does this a lot. Where she'll start a fire And then once the bridge burns, then she's like, oh, I can't get back across. Oh, that's fucking wrong. Why would you do this to me? I love us for real. That's kind of like what happens. And it's funny. Every time it happens, I'm just like, come on, Amanda. But I love her. And I feel like she's so for the culture, and she does so much for us. Like everything that she does, that she puts her name on, I fucking love. Smart, Funny, and Black, great fucking show. Now it's a serious radio show, which I thought was pretty amazing. She also does her podcast, Small Doses, and she has something new called the Amandaverse, where it's just basically all things Amanda Seales. So follow her and support her if that's your thing. If not, moving on. Oh God, Kevin Gates and Dreka. What the fuck? And JoJo. I don't give a fuck about her. But come on, man.
I just wanted to make this post. You heard me? I've been being real positive with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not speaking on my behalf. But I've been being real positive with you guys. And I just want you to know one thing.
Basically, Gates was just like, he stands 10 toes down for his. He don't mind doing a life sentence behind his, behind what he loved. So I don't know if that means he loved his hoe. I'm not with it. I'm not for it. Like, where is Dreka at? That's how I feel. But what I will say is, I love Gates. Like, Luca Brasi, the fuck. Like, yeah, Breadwinners Association. Like, I'm gang, for sure. Anybody that know me, like, Gates come on, I'm rapping. Definitely, I'm a gangster when Gates come on. I might not be in real life, but when Gates is playing, baby, yeah, sis is a trap star for sure. So yeah, I was a little, I'm not gonna front. When I first heard it, like, it took me a couple hours to get it together. Like, I wanted to record this video last night and just tell y'all, but I couldn't, cause I was grieving. I ain't even gonna lie, I was grieving. I was cool with Dreka. I love Dreka and him together. I thought they were really good for each other. But that just goes to show you that sometimes people cannot be good for each other. I commend Kevin for, putting his happiness first, because he could be one of those men out here, or one of those people out here who don't put their happiness first, or their priorities first, and just do things because of the way it looks, and stays for the look of things, and is unhappy and miserable. And then, they act out in other ways, like, I don't know, smacking motherfuckers at the Oscars. Like, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. We got to get to a place where we love ourselves enough to say, if don't nobody else on the planet love me, I love me. And Nipsey Hussle, the great, Nip the Great, like, love Nipsey too. Nip the Great, he said something in an interview that really stuck with me a long time ago. If you hear my kids in the background, I done told y'all, ignore them. They live here. This their house. I'm just here. Okay? I'm here to keep the peace and clean up the mess. That's really all I'm here for. But anyway, Nip the Great, he said once, you got to decide if you're going to be at war with the world and at peace with yourself, or at peace with the world and at war with yourself. Woo, that's tough. Maybe that went over your head. I don't know. Play it back. Rewind it. That's tough. That's deep. So, when someone asked Gates, like, what happened with you and Dreka? And he said, my happiness comes first. And some people say that's selfish, and it is, but you have to put yourself first. If you don't put yourself first, how do you pour out of an empty cup? You can't. So, as unhappy as this news makes me, seemingly my boy has moved on with this chick, JoJo from Love and Hip Hop Miami. I remember watching that season where she was up there. I don't have anything to say, so I'm not going to say anything at all. Look at me. Thank God for growth. If you like my commentary, drop down in the comments. Let's talk. I don't want to tussle all the time, guys. But if you want to fight, I ain't gonna back down either. Okay? Share my video and subscribe so that every time I upload, you can be notified and you can meet me right back here. And before you know it, baby, we're gonna be the best of friends. Until next time.